Hello everyone, this is Babamot. Welcome to another Homeworlds game commentary. This game is between mstain and Simon. This is a match for the 2023 Homeworlds tournament that I've been running, and Simon is an old pro that I played a little bit in the pre-BGA era, but Simon went on hiatus about the time that I started playing the game. Simon was already very good, and then Simon has come back to the game, and I'm glad that they did because Simon is very good. And mstain, as far as I know, just started playing relatively recently, but is winning a heck of a lot of games, which and seemed like they came out of nowhere. So this is great. I'm glad when people surprise me. All right, mstain starts with a red Goldilocks. Simon takes a red banker. mstain trades for yellow right away, not matching any of the small stars in the homeworlds. Simon matches. mstain goes back to build a little green and trades for blue, which does match one of the home stars. So that opens up the medium when Simon matches. mstain gets the first medium. Simon gets the next. mstain then trades the little blue for red, getting into the red economy, matching a star, blocking off access to the larges for now. Simon trades the medium instead of the small for red. Both push forward their blue ship. mstain's is medium, so that'll be a little safer if Simon gets mobile and wanted to invade Kronos there. mstain's pushing forward their yellow, Simon pushing forward their red. Interesting. So Simon keeping a yellow back at home to keep any more greens they might build mobile. mstain kind of stranding their red in their homeworld, matching their star, which can become dangerous. Both going back to building green, probably wanting to trade for other colors. mstain takes yellow again. Simon gets to build a medium yellow. mstain takes a medium yellow as well. Simon spreads out the yellows. So still just medium available, but I don't think mstain wants to build that because then Simon would get a large. mstain building more green. Simon takes the last little red. mstain could build the medium, but probably wouldn't want to. They'd lose a home star. mstain spreading out the reds for a safe place to build. Simon pushing the little red forward, kind of onto mstain's doorstep. Kind of an aggressive positioning. It'll be able to build a medium-sized friend soon to defend himself, and mstain doesn't have a connected medium for now. Oh, bold. Oh boy. I love it when this happens, in other people's games at least. I don't do this much myself, but mstain has in fact moved the mothership out to threaten that little red. And that little red can't get anywhere on his own. If I were Simon, I would think seriously about... No, I was going to say sacrifice the Y2 to move the R3 into mstain's home, but mstain can just sacrifice a yellow to bring the large back. Ooh, golly. Yeah, I don't know what Simon does here. I think I definitely, and I think many other people, have a tendency to think that the mothership just has to stay at the homeworld all the time. But a really well-chosen mothership advance to invade a colony can be absolutely devastating. I believe the military term for a switch from a defensive to offensive posture is called a sortie. So a mothership sortie, very powerful in this case. I don't see I don't think Simon saves that little ship, and that could be trouble. Simon does get a medium red. Okay, mstain doesn't see any need to hurry this capture, and I suppose I agree. mstain's spreading out the yellows. mstain's ready for a yellow shopping spree if they feel like it. That gives up this mothership invasion here, which I guess is okay. It's I may have overspoken how powerful this is. mstain can pick up a small red ship at the price of a small red ship, so takes Simon down a notch, reduces Simon's spread of red ships, uh, but maybe not all that earth-shattering. I'm just always surprised to see it happen. All right, let's see. Where are we? mstain spread out the yellows to discover a large yellow system, making it exactly 3 in the bank, so it's a good time for mstain to shopping spree if Simon gives them the opportunity. Okay, but mstain changes their mind, builds medium red instead. I think that's good. That way, if mstain sacrifices a red to capture this little red, then mstain will still have red in 2 systems. mstain thinking about just the straight up capture? Okay, well, that's kind of what I expected in the first place. All right, Simon spreads out the red. mstain, it does have their mothership slightly stuck there. Thinking about the same move they were doing before, except discovering that large yellow star with a small yellow, keeping it a little safer. If mstain sacrifices the G3 for 3 yellow builds, that'll put 3 yellows in Paulus, and if Simon decides to overpopulate them with the medium, then mstain will have only lost the small and presumably the medium ship they build there, and they'll get 2 large ships out of it. That seems pretty good. If I were Simon, I think I would discover one of those large yellows to keep the shopping spree from being so powerful. Sacrificing a G1 to build a red? That surprises me. It doesn't do anything about this yellow shopping spree coming up. It does put more red on mstain's doorstep. Yeah, but mstain does the shopping spree. Yeah, mstain's in pretty good position here. I'd say except for only having 1 red ship, and it's a small and isolated with no way to run away. If Simon were to invade Draenor here, which I recently learned is the homeworld of the orcs in the Warcraft universe, if Simon were to invade with the R2, then I suppose mstain could just build reds and go for catastrophe, but then mstain would be out of reds. So I don't know. I think that invasion looks pretty good offhand. Simon building red instead. Ooh, mstain can just build the R3. I don't like this. Simon commits, though. Is Simon going to sacrifice the yellow to move in 2 reds to overpopulate these guys? mstain would have no red then, but has blue in a couple of places they can trade for red without much trouble. And that costs Simon 3 mediums. I don't think Simon can afford that. Simon builds a little green. Oh, I think I'd be spreading out the reds or something. Or just generally spreading this colony thinner, because there's a Y3 that wouldn't mind coming in here and starting to gobble up Simon's ships. Oh, there it is. Yeah, mstain invades. Now Simon really needs to evacuate. Sacrifice the G1 for the red build. But now mstain just sacrifices a Y2 to move a little red over to Tarnverda. Oh well, or just sacrifice to clean up a bunch of Simon ships. That works just fine too. Simon's in spot of trouble for sure. Simon sacrifices a B1 to trade out for green. Um, mstain can build one of the large reds available here, and Simon shouldn't build either of them because they'll lose everything to an overpopulation when mstain moves one of these reds over. Yeah, so that seems like a mistake to me. Simon lets mstain get another large ship. Simon doesn't get a large ship in exchange. They build more green. Green is not a bad color to shut people out of. If Simon can keep up this green dominance, that's not bad. But Simon's just got the one yellow ship. Yikes. mstain spreads out the yellow. Yeah, getting their big red ship mobile. Simon keeping up, trying to get the greens going. mstain takes the last green. Simon's got a factory, but two factories, in fact, but nothing they want to build right now. There's just blues and reds available. They don't have any blue ships to build with, and the only place they could build red would get overpopulated immediately. So, spreading out the greens. Spreading out the greens, taking that large red out of the bank. mstain, I think, would have been happy enough to build that really anywhere that would have forced Simon to sacrifice their only yellow ship in order to overpopulate the reds. Wherever mstain would have built that large red. So I don't love this. It can get threatened by these guys. I think Simon should have traded for blue and used their factory advantage to beat mstain to lots of blues. mstain, yeah, pushes forward the big red. Oh, time for an invasion? Sacrifice the Y3? Okay. I think that invasion would work. It would destroy the red star. Um, pushing all that. I shouldn't have clicked that last time because mstain restarted. I wanted to see if they committed. So pushing all that red into Simon's home, mstain would definitely destroy Simon's red star on their next turn, but mstain doesn't have the blue prepared. I think mstain is better off building the blue earlier, reduce the chances of a comeback. Yeah, mstain takes the blue instead. Simon trades for blue, maybe hoping to get another large ship or two. Yeah, mstain simultaneously, well, that's a great move. It simultaneously spreads out their blues to prepare to build more, threatens this investment, and puts a blue in striking distance of Simon's home. I think it's a great move. But mstain says, hey, I don't need to do that. I can just build another blue right where I'm at. If Simon wants to overpopulate these guys, he'll have to sacrifice his only yellow ship. Pretty harsh. Okay, so Simon says it's factory time. Sacrifices and rebuilds the G3. Builds the little red and builds the big blue. Okay. I don't like it at all, though. mstain has yellow to burn, and wouldn't mind losing a small blue at least to overpopulate the star, send this supernova, and Simon loses all of their blue ships, all of their red ships, and close to half of their total material. And it's almost nothing to mstain. Okay, mstain doesn't even want to bother to slow down the game that much. I think mstain is probably also correct that they don't even need to take that gigantic play because they can just start pushing their Doomsday Machine forward and win that way. Okay, what does Simon even do about this little invasion, if anything? Sacrificing the Y2 to move green and blue. Okay, trying to get something done with a double threat here. Threatening to capture two different places in mstain's colonies. That's probably about the best thing Simon's gonna have here. We'll see how mstain responds, if they decide to save these guys or just keep pushing forward in some way. I think, honestly, mstain could just start their invasion now. Sacrifice a Y3 to send this blue and maybe the large blue from Kronos into Simon's homeworld. Simon's got to capture the large blue at least to avoid losing by direct assault. Okay, maybe I should draw this out. Okay. mstain sacrifices the Y3 to move this blue and this large blue into Simon's home. Simon's got to capture the B3 in order to avoid losing by capture. And then mstain sacrifices, let's say, this Y2 to move this B1 in also into Simon's home to destroy the star. And then, having destroyed the medium star, the medium-sized systems are now connected to Simon's home, including Draenor. So mstain is then one move from winning. They sacrifice their last Y3 to move in red to destroy Simon's other star. mstain's got it. Okay, so that's my long-winded prediction. I think mstain starts their assault right now. Sacrifice Y3 to move in two blues. Correct. Simon's got to capture. Simon can capture. Captures the sacrifices to capture the medium yellow as well. I don't think it's going to make a difference. mstain sacrifices the Y2. That's one of the things in Homeworlds is if you've got enough yellow that you don't even care if a medium yellow gets captured, you've still got enough to power your Doomsday Machine. It's such a good feeling. Yeah, mstain sends in the other blue. And Simon's just got one little star left. Simon passes, but doesn't concede, gives mstain the pleasure of and satisfaction of destroying the other star. And there it is. Okay, wow. Well, congratulations to mstain on a game very well played. And thanks also to Simon for a good game. Sorry, there were some mistakes in there, I think, that added up to a loss. But great game. Thanks both of you for participating in the tournament, and thanks to you guys for watching. That's all for now. See you next time.